Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Dave here from runEVrun, and it's almost 4 o'clock here, Saturday afternoon, the 18th of January, and in 2 more weeks, hopefully I'm going to Austin to the Fully Charged show, the 1st and 2nd of February, Saturday and Sunday. I've already got my tickets for me and my wife. I'm driving home, so I'm kind of like looking different ways here. But got tickets for me and my wife. I already got a hotel room reserved, paid for, and the whole bit. And I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, you know, today I'm helping out at the family mechanic garage tire shop. And a couple of interesting thoughts and events, whatever happened. And, you know, I thought I'd bring it out here in the video. Because, you know, first off, one of my mechanics, he's kind of a young guy, but he's interested in stuff, and he shows me stuff about, you know, how to work on ice cars, and so he's been showing some interest in my electric vehicle. And so anyway, he comes over. I'm getting ready to, well, I was just moving my car so another car could get out of the parking area, and he says, show me how this thing starts up. So I was happy to do it. So I sit there and showed him how the only sound you hear when you start up is the dashboard going ding ding ding, or however it goes, you know. And he said, wow. And then I turned it off, and he said, wow. And he says, is the motor running? And I says, yeah. And then I said, no. And then I said, yeah. And he couldn't tell the difference, because he was sitting right there leaning in my window looking at my dashboard at all the lights, and he couldn't tell the difference, which, you know, I'm used to it now. But yeah, a lot of people, you know, when they first really start putting attention on electric vehicles, they say, well, where's the sound? And, you know, and hey, there ain't no sound except for, you know, the little dashboard lighting up and initializing and things like that. And which is one thing I knew about this. I've known about this for a long time, but one thing I'm physically learning, not just academically, but, you know, physically, is hearing the road sounds. You know, like I hear the tires moving on the road more. When I roll over something on the street, I hear it, and I say, what was that? Because before I didn't hear it, you know, really, you know. And so that was interesting, and that got me thinking about other things. And so here I am working on this. I found out something about a Ford today, because this guy wanted a spark plugs changed in his Ford F-150. I don't know what year it was, but, you know, it wasn't really old. But anyway, so we were setting out to change the spark plugs, and so I stuck my spark plug wrench in there, and you know, like I did in my Toyota and my Chevys in the past, and it didn't want to turn, so I put a little oomph into it, you know, with the ratchet sitting down in the socket and all that stuff, and cylinder, and it wouldn't budge. So I said, hey, to the guy that's the expert at it, I said, you need to show me how to do this, because it's kind of tight and I don't want to break anything, you know, which is smart on my part. But anyway, so he says, yeah, okay. So he gets over there, he puts it down there and goes, and he couldn't open it, he couldn't get it. So he said, well, we're just gonna put a little bit of WD-40 in there. And I'd never heard of that before, so I said, well, show me, because I'm not going to do something that I think's kind of weird like that. And so he got the WD-40 and squeezed it in there, and within 30 seconds or a minute, he got this socket back down there and started trying to open it up, and it wouldn't open. He'd give it some really good hard shoves, and finally, it kind of broke loose, and then it started coming out real easy. Well, he pulls it out, and there's only half a spark plug in his socket. And I said, what's this? You know, the other end where it fires and all that stuff, that whole half of it, whatever the material's called, you know, I don't know what it's called, ceramic or something, maybe, I don't know. It had broken off, and it was still you know, in the thread, locked in the threads, and it broke. And they had like our main mechanic. We only got one main mechanic, you know, certified, or no, he's not even certified, but he's the main head mechanic. And then this assistant there, well, they're both looking at it, trying to pull it out. And they borrowed my magnet, my extending magnet, and tried to pull it out, and it's stuck in there. They couldn't get it out. Finally, they started, you know, long story short is they figured out they're going to have to sit there and pull the heads off, I guess, and pull that whole thing out, because I think the guy had driven his truck like over 100,000 miles and supposedly never had the spark plugs changed. And so from what I understand, the oxidation and whatever else, the guy gets glued in there and it really won't come out, you know. And so they're talking about having to have the heads bored out or something. And don't hold me to my description, because I don't know yet. I'm still learning stuff. But anyway, the cylinder where the spark plug have to have the whole thing that be done new, and there's eight spark plugs, and we pulled 3 spark plugs, and they all broke. And the client was right there watching. And so, anyway, I'm saying all this and describing this whole process to say that, you know, the old style mechanics, the old style machine, you know, motors were a work of genius and years of, you know, research and development and that kind of stuff. And it was pretty smart, you know. But that stuff's dead, dying, and on the way out, because they discovered that an electric motor doesn't have all that. You don't have spark plugs and oil changes and gas and things like this. You don't have all this. It's a clean electric motor, one gear, and it runs forever. You know, you'll end up changing the battery before you ever end up having to change the the rest of the car parts or bodies and things. Maybe the 12-volt battery, but an electric car is the only way to go, because it doesn't have all this maintenance. Yeah, you look at the cars, all the cars that I work on that I've been working on every day. You know, oil changes, oil filters, having to change gaskets and things like that because they got leaks. You know, just a while ago, I'm sitting there watching this ice machine. You know, internal combustion engine car. You know, vehicle. There's smoke coming out of the back end of his car. I mean, you must have thought it was a smokestack at a petroleum factory, because there was so much smoke. I said, "Dadgum, is that guy on fire or what? You know, he needs to pull over." But you know, he's tootling on down the road, and so anyway, you know, with an electric car, you don't have all this. You know, you've got cleaner, you've got really clean, efficient vehicle that goes forever. You know, depending on what car you go, you can go for many miles. And I guess I had to get over, because I'm supposed to be getting off the freeway pretty soon. But anyway, you know, electric car can just go and go and go, and you don't have really much maintenance. What maintenance you got? Vacuuming your floorboards out once in a while because of the mud or whatever you get in there. And then you got, you know, windshield wiper fluid, your 12-volt battery, which runs your lights and everything else. What else you got? Really not much else to do, you know. Kind of takes away the fun of working on cars. But hey, better save the world and drive more efficient than work on your ice machine. And that's my motto. Wait till this Mercedes goes by me, and I'll pull over. There we go. But, you know, I wanted to talk just a little bit about that, because, you know, as I work on all these cars, I see all these issues and I say, man, if you had an electric car, you wouldn't have to be doing all this and spending all the money. You know, you drive an electric car, you're saving money. and then all the places you can charge, and I got more and more places I can charge for free around here now than I had a year ago, and it's free. So, you know, unless you're going, you know, some really long distance where you might have to pay or something like that, charge is free, you know. So I mean, like, you're driving around with a vehicle with no maintenance and don't have to really pay anything. So yeah, it's just a thought, you know, that I had, and you know, firsthand experience of the stuff today. And I've told 2 or 3 people, I said, you know, you're spending all this money on stuff that's not necessary, because you could have an electric vehicle and have all this stuff. You know? And some of these people may listen to me, probably not a lot of them, because, you know, change is hard to come by. You know, people don't like change. So anyway, that's my little talk on ICE car versus EV. I'm loving my car every day more and more. You know, when I had my Avalanche, every time I took it in, it was $500. I got my Tacoma now. You do have to change your brakes in your EV, you know, and we're having issues with our brakes in the Tacoma. And if I had my choice, I wouldn't even have that. But hey, it's my wife's car, actually. She owns it, so I can only suggest. But hey, you know, brake issues there, well, I'll figure it out, because in my class I'm studying brakes right now, so I'm going to figure it out one way or the other. Between YouTube videos, my book, talking with experts, you know, things like that. Anyway, hope you got something out of this video. I know I was kind of watching traffic and stuff as I was going along here, but still, hope you enjoyed the video, got something out of it. If you liked it and thought it was the best thing in the world, give me a thumbs up. If you thought it sucked, you'd rather go out and play baseball or something, give me a thumbs down. And then, you know, you can always feel free to take a look at my links below the description. Do with them what you will. I'm providing a link, I think I did in my last video, to a really interesting introduction. This girl out of the Fully Charged show, she's doing a introductory video, and she's going to do it for a series, I guess. I don't know how many videos, but on, you know, becoming a first-time buyer of electric vehicles and how to choose and what kind of decisions you have to make. And I watched the, you know, the first introduction. It was very informative. I believe her name's Maggie. I think that's her name. Anyway, hope I got it right. If I didn't get it right, I'll apologize to her when I see her at the Fully Charged show in Austin, Texas, next month, 1st and 2nd of February. I think you can still get tickets, so go to the Fully Charged website, look under events, and it's like $25-30 to get a ticket to go to the Fully Charged show. I suggest you all go, because it's going to be cool. Anyway, can't think of anything else. You all have a great day. I'm having a great day. And just remember, run, EV, run. Bye.